All right, guys, welcome back. We are watching my teen romantic comedy SNAFU, Season 2, Episode 9. Last time was the best episode of the show. It's like, for sure. We did it. Like, I don't know. Like, we talked, we communicated, and we did it. It's like, I don't know. What else can I say? Like, I'm very happy. It feels like we have entered another, I don't know, the next a part of the show. You know what I mean? Like, man, yeah, that's a really meaningful sentence, huh? It just feels like this was like a it changed everything, you know? At the same time, I do wonder, it's not like one moment like that does change absolutely everything. We still gotta, Hachiman still gotta work, Yukino still gotta work. They've got a lot to do still, right? But this felt like the first step, the first thing that could signify some significant change for all of them, you know? That's all I want. I just want them all to be happy. Okay. Let's watch episode 9. You can line and copy up with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Laying face down. No, come on. Uh, Stop. No. Come on. God. Man. No. I get it though, but like, come on. You should be happy. Kamachi saved the day. He can't even tell her, right? Like, literally. She would be so happy though. Literally. Oh, right, right. God is literally. Mm-hmm. That was close. No. Come on. No, it's never too late. It's never too late. Right. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Oh, man. I guess that was like the expected reaction, huh? So relatable, right? Like just agonizing over something like that. I think he should think of it as embarrassing. It really wasn't, you know? Like, no, I mean the feeling. I get it, you know. It's like that feeling he just had right there, throwing a fit on the couch. That's part of what he's been running away from the entire time. That's part of that pain that Hiratsuka was talking about. Oh, I'm just so happy we're done torturing me with like the last episodes before this one, you know? Like ever since episode 3 basically. Uh all I need is something genuine. I wonder what's going to happen with like Iroha from here. You know, like Hachiman and hers dynamic. I don't know. Oh god. Come on. Get in there. Oh, where's Yui? God. Chill out. Remain calm. Come on. We're fine. There we go. Oh god, what is happening? What was that noise? Mm-hmm. Right, right. Okay, okay. Oh my god, this is so... Sure, sure. Sounds good to me. Oh my god, her voice. Like, stop. Oh, this felt much more genuine the way she said that than like the way she had to force herself before, but I don't know. So whoa, whoa. That's yeah, a little bit. Right, right. I think that is important. She scoots away like a tiny bit. No, I it's fine. We aren't all walking on eggshells here. Like, come on. Okay, okay. Hachimon's duty, as expected. Ooh. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, right. They aren't prepared at all for the hands. They have no idea. They don't know what's about to hit them. Oh god. What is Yukino gonna think of this guy? I don't know. Sure, yeah. Oh, okay. Gotta come up with a good solution that doesn't involve horrible self-sacrifice, right? Surely. Oh, sure. That's kind of the most important part. I don't know. That's what you've got to deal with. It's what are these? Destiny Land? Is that what it said? I see. Why why do you go to weddings all the time? It's right, of course. Literally. Oh, okay. It's yay. This is like actually just what we need, right? It's yeah, come on. We're all going. There's Ponson, exactly. Ooh. Oh, I see. So yeah, how many times have you been there? God, her voice. Sure. I mean, yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Right. Of course. Right. And that can ah, I see. Hmm. Like using that as an excuse still kinda, but oh, she has a season pass. Of course. Oh, who would Iroha want to invite? It's Tayama, I'm sure, right? Oh, I want Tayama and it's yeah, I knew it. I whoa. He was part of the original plan. Oh god. This ruined everything. I see. I see. Oh god. Fantasy Destiny Land Dreams. Right, right. You know what? This is exactly what we needed. Like, actually, after the last episode, this is perfect. Like, come on. I'd look at Hachimon in that picture, like, just half of his face. I want Hayama and Hachimon to have, like, have a talk. But I don't know what they would talk about, so. No, I get that. Like, I'm an introvert. No. It's exhausting. Ooh. True. No, come on, it's fine. Hmm. I see. It's whoa. Hachimon, come on. You're part of that too. There we go. Space Universe Mountain. Right. It's not really. God, look at Hayama. Oh no. Oh, I see. Right. Terrifying. Can you not? Like, I mean, girl. Hmm. Right. God. Hmm. Ooh. It was a lot more than just that. A lot more. Yeah. Okay. Kage-sama de. Oh, that smile. That, like, pained smile, you know? Huh. What's going on, Iroha? That's not what she wanted. I wonder what's going on. Right. Ah. No, I mean, I totally get it. Hmm. I mean, I think Yukino would have had more fun. God, look at her. Yeah. I think she would have had more fun if it was like just the three of them. I don't know. I don't know if she's thinking about that. I see. I see. God. Because Yukino was like looking at one of these things, like earlier in the season, right? One of the pandas at the during the trip. It's a very determined face. Whoa! Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh no. Yukino. We gotta remain calm. Ooh. Oh my god. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Does that work? We know Hayama has Y, so ooh. God. Oh god. What does he desire? I don't know. Something genuine, sure. Oh no, stop. Right. Oh god. Very. Okay. Ah, well, she doesn't want to go alone. Yeah, come on. Oh, it's finally getting through to him, huh? I mean, I think he's been intentionally oblivious, obviously. Like, oh, really? Someday, huh? They all look the same. What are we doing? Oh God, she's so yeah, and man, it's serious business. Oh God, aw, the cat ears, of course. Oh God, Destiny Parade. I see. Who was he looking at? I mean, he always looks over at them, doesn't he? Ah, I don't want Yukino to feel like she's like pushing herself. Exactly. Oh, these two alone. Okay. Ooh, pretty. God, Yukino keeps doing that, just like turning away from people completely. Oh, really? I think I would be scared. I hate like amusement park rides, like so many of them. I just can't do it. No, I she can do it. Come on. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think it's about her being with the Hachiman. That's also a large part of it, obviously. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. This isn't like scary. Come on. Maybe it is. Oh, there's a drop. Never mind. It's scary. I wouldn't be either. Oh, really? Hmm. Yeah, me too. How she's always been. Huh. Oh god. No, that looks so scary. Oh no. I hate that. Oh. Save me someday. What a thing to say. Huh. Hmm. Oh. Come on, yeah. In America you do, that's for sure. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Right. And hmm. Who is they? Just everyone? Or Haruno specifically? Whoa. God. Oh, good question. Okay, okay. Oh, I see. I think Hachiman can understand that. God, his face. Oh, oh, I see. God, that was a nice scene. Huh. Well, if Haruno's goal has been to try and push Yukino to like finding her own individuality and stuff, not that I, God, not that I could approve of Haruno's methods exactly. I don't know. Oh, I see. Hmm. Ah, fireworks. Another fireworks show. Seems fitting to me. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, that is an interesting thing from Yui. Oh. Oh. Huh. I wonder. Oh. I mean, ever since that scene with Hayama, when he says, like, I'm not actually that nice a guy. Huh. Oh. So Yukinoshita Yukino. Okay. Oh. That was a good episode. That was a good episode. That's man, thank God for the most part. It was something a little bit more lighthearted than the last one, right? We needed something like that after that last episode. Hmm. God, I wonder if we'll see Sagami again. That's her name, right? The you know into season one stuff because she's in the ending there. Hmm. Continue to hurt us forever. That line feels better to me now than it used to after the talk last time with Hiratsuka. What are we talking about? Is this Rumi? It's very. It's, what do you mean? What is wrong with you? Okay, we'll talk about the episode and the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. That was nice. That was a nice episode. I'm glad that a large chunk of it, at least, was like just kind of lighthearted and not like it's not too heavy after everything we went through in the last episode, right? Definitely a lot of moments to talk about still. Um, Man, I've just been thinking about the ending here. This is because this is the part I really feel like I really got to think about. Iroha assumedly confessing to Hayama and being rejected, right? Like again, it just reminds me of that line a couple episodes ago from Hayama where, the way he views himself as not really being that good of a person, apparently, right? It's probably moments like this that make him think that, right? Like it's interesting. To me it like highlights what it makes me think about is it highlights a large reason for why Hachiman has acted the way he does, right? It protects him from like things like this too, It's like if you're someone who does repel people away from you and prevent them from interacting with you at all, yeah, you don't have to deal with this kind of, How do you think Hayama feels after this, right? Obviously Iroha's not happy, but I don't know. And then it's just what do you think is going through Hachiman's head after seeing that too? Like following right after his everything that happened in the last episode, his basically his confession to Yukino and Yui, right? I don't know, that's probably something very striking to be faced with, I suppose, that this clearly going so wrong, not at all going how Iroha would have wanted it to go, right? Like yeah, I just imagine it's such a risk, It's such a scary thing, I suppose. I just feel like that must be what's going through his head, right? For him it worked out, right? Is that fair? I don't know. It's just something to think about, I suppose. I wonder, I hope we get like more Hayama stuff. I'm sure we will. This feels like kind of the next thing we're going into with the story, I suppose. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think of Iroha exactly either, like if there's like the whole thing about her having this mask that she puts up in order to make people feel a very specific way about her and all of this stuff. I've said it many times. I think everyone does that to some degree. It's been so much more like obvious with her. Like it's been like called out so many times. She's so blatant with it in the way she acts. Um, in a way, is that kind of the opposite of like being genuine in a sense, right? Maybe, in a way, right? It's something that you're using to protect yourself. For Iroha here, it didn't protect her, though. She still, this hurt her very much, like being rejected here, assumedly. Um, I wonder. I feel like I'm just gonna have to wait to the next episode to really say more, because I don't want to wildly speculate about all of this when we don't really know the details yet, I suppose, of what actually went down. I guess. Okay. That aside, the beginning of the episode's very funny. It's just Hachiman throwing a complete fit, laying face down on the couch. Like, oh my god, this poor guy. It's like it's so relatable. It has to be so relatable to everyone, just like remembering embarrassing moments that make you want to explode. But like for him, it just happened. And it's like, oh man, it shouldn't, like, come on, it shouldn't be that embarrassing. It all worked out, right? Like it wasn't. It's not like they reacted. If they reacted in some crazy negative way to his emotions and stuff, I could really see like a problem. That would be something that would keep me up at night. But they didn't. It all worked out. I guess it's probably embarrassing anyway. Like, of course it is. But God. I mean, this is part of that. This is part of that pain, even that Hiratsuka was talking about. That he's been trying to run away from. So I get it, right? Like it's so opposite. It's the exact opposite from that cool persona. The cool loner, edgy guy persona that he puts on for so long. Like, oh God, no, it's fine. It's fine, Hachiman. Come on. Like he falls off of the couch completely. Man, Komachi is here to save the day. I love her impression of him. It's really great. We've been getting a lot of those lately. Impressions. Hachimon keeps doing it for Iroha for some reason. Identity, you what? People who keep talking about identities tend to be the ones without an identity of their own. Besides, how can you call something that's so easy to change an identity? Oh my god, shut up. Like, would Hachimon say something like that? Like, maybe. Maybe he would. God. Hmm. But I don't know. She says some interesting things. It's too late to fix your twisted personality. No, it isn't. She doesn't really mean that. Like, come on. But I like you just the way you are. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. I quite like myself the way I am too. And she has a reaction to him saying that, you know. I like that smile. Yeah, yeah. Like, come on, right? I think he sees that what happened is a good thing, right, in the last episode, and that it's not something he should actually like agonize over. I'm sure he's going to anyway, but it's already happened, and I think that's the important thing. And I feel like that's something that happens in this episode is like agonizing over it and feeling so embarrassed by it. You've got to like dull yourself to that because you've got a lot more of that coming, right? Like this can't be the one moment you show your feelings and everything's just going to be fine forever. You've got to continuously do this forever. So, like that's kind of the whole thing. It feels like, we get a flash of that later with him and Yui, because Yui says something that kind of brings it up like directly, saying like what do you desire? Makes both of them think of all of that. And it just makes me think like, yeah, for Hachiman, it's a constant thing, right? Forever, for the rest of his connection with anyone that he cares about, to have that genuine thing. That's what he has to do. Gonna have a whole lot more of those moments, I hope. I can only hope. I can only hope. And then this, like, oh god, he's so nervous, he's so stressed out. The voice acting from Yukino here is like oh my god, it's so good. It's so impressive. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, it really feels like we are like starting fresh in a way. That's what it feels like. Like, it was never this kind of awkwardness before, right? Before, there's been the awkwardness of the last few episodes before now, but this kind of awkwardness that feels, I guess, to use like Hachiman's words, like genuine. How it really feels like both of them, both Yukino and Hachiman, are like letting the mask like slip. And like, wanting to ask him about the activities today. Can't you imagine back in season 1 them just normally discussing this kind of thing without any kind of issue? But it's all different now. It's so different now. And I love that. I love it so much. Like, this episode makes me so happy. Man. Wait until Yui gets here. Of course, I suppose. Yui's "yeah, hello" seems like it's much more enthusiastic, I suppose. Hard to say. I mean, we know we got that scene of her like preparing herself to put on this act when the club was going through its rough days a few episodes ago. So, there's a lot of Yui stuff in this episode to think about. It feels like she's being much more aggressive, right, towards Hachiman. Like, it's much more. And Hachiman himself thinks about it. Hachiman is not oblivious, right? What does Hachiman feel about Yui exactly? I just don't even know. I just don't know exactly, right? Like, in terms of any kind of romantic partner for Hachiman, I just feel like we aren't there yet at all, right? I just don't think Hachiman is remotely like ready for that yet. And the way Yui's being about it, like, I don't know. I don't know how Hachiman like feels, right? He's just not ready, right? That's kind of the thing. I think Yui is fighting a losing battle, and I think she is aware of that, and that's why she's doing the thing she's doing. Like, I mean, she said that. She basically said that outright during the running for student council president stuff. Um yeah, there's a lot to think about with her, I suppose. She scoots up like 1 inch away from Yukino. Like, what are we doing? Like, Come on, they're so different, that they really are such different people, Yukino and Yui. I can relate to Yukino so much because I am someone who's like quite introverted and I get that the whole social battery. Like, yeah, Yukino, I get it. Yui does not seem like that at all. Yeah, they are very different in that way, I suppose. Hmm. So, we met up with Iroha. We have a little moment here of Hachiman and Iroha's like tradition at this point of her handing him the bag with all the stuff. And they both react to that. I don't know. I'm still like literally not sure what to make of this little thing, right? Like Hachiman always taking the bag from her, making a point to always take it from her, him viewing that as like his role that he needs to fulfill, I suppose. And I think you can imagine what's going through Yui and Yukino's heads in this moment, but you know. So we arrive, they get to experience Tamanawa's hands, I suppose. And it's not going great. It's the kind of like insane just nonsense, right? Just what they talk about in those meetings and the way that all of them talk is just such ridiculous, meaningless just bullshit that it's the totally the kind of thing that would give Yukino a headache. You know what I mean? Like it's so God, it's so inane and so meaningless. It's like definitionally the kind of thing that she said she hates, That yeah. Hmm. So we go talk to Hiratsuka about our problems more, right? The budget is kind of the first issue we got to talk about. I mean, I feel like that still makes sense. I think the budget does need to be figured out, even though it's kind of, getting down and dirty and the whole thing. That's not like the nice part to think about, I suppose, but I think it makes sense, Like come on. She gives us these tickets that she got at these weddings that she went to. Why does she torture herself? Why? Like, why go to all of these weddings? How many friends do you have that are getting married all the time, girl? Like, you gotta work on this. Like, there's something to be said for exposure therapy. But does she just look up random weddings and go to them? Like, I just don't know. I don't know. Man, I'm with Hachiman. Someone needs to marry her already. Like, God. Anyway, Yukino's a master of the whole situation here with the theme park, the panda theme park, of course. Pan's bamboo fight. Yukino has to correct Yui, obviously. The whole thing here, I don't know what to think about it exactly. Like, Yukino and Hachiman feel so like resistant to going, I guess, in a way that's kind of like I think it makes sense that both kind of the people they are typically in a way. Hachiman comes up with an excuse. It feels like an excuse for an excuse, right? Like he says, "Oh, if I go, I can buy a present for Komachi," right? Which is similar to a few episodes ago, him using Komachi as an excuse, right? What's interesting in this case is I think he wants there to be an excuse for doing the thing that he does want to do, right? Which I guess that's kind of how it was before as well, right? Like he used Komachi as an excuse to like do the thing he actually wants to do. You know what I mean? But in this case, like Komachi didn't even actually ask him, right? So it's just like he's using that excuse as like an excuse. Like I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. I hope that makes sense, like why does he feel the need to even say that? Why does he feel the need to come up with an excuse that doesn't even exist? Merch, right. I'm sure there'll be Xmas edition merch of Pound San at least. I want to get something like that for Komachi's present. Yeah, as he just looks away, like anyway, I guess we can all go. I'm not sure what Yukino's thoughts are on all of this exactly. Like I think she um once it's all going down, it feels like she really does get exhausted by all of this. Which again, it's like I can't blame her. It just kind of becomes this big thing with all of these friends and all of these people here. It really just becomes like a big ordeal. So I get that. As the season pass, right? God. So Iroha invites Hayama, and in extension, it's all of his friends as well. Hikitani. Hachiman, can you please just tell them that isn't your name, right? They will stop. They will stop doing it, right? Just, it wouldn't be that hard. It's like, come on, man. God. I'm sad there's no Tatsuka here. I think that would have been, it would have been perfect, but oh well. Oh well. So here we are. Fantasy Destinyland Dreams. Very nice. Very nice. There's a bunch of cats. There's a bunch of pandas. It's Yukino's dream. I love some of the faces Hachiman makes. Like look at him in the background there. And then in this picture, like, Hachiman, what the hell are we doing, man? Like this is ridiculous. God. I mean, it makes sense, Yui and Iroha in the front, of course. They're the two that are they're the two I would expect to be in the front, I suppose. It's interesting how like Iroha's similar to Yui, but it's very much painted. It's very much told to us to be like a mask and all of that, right? A way that she makes herself act, right? Um, I don't know. Just makes me think about Yui, I suppose. I think Yui's behavior, not that it's more like not that I want to say that Iroha's behavior is like fake and that Yui's is more real. I just think it comes more naturally for Yui, I suppose. Anyway, Yumiko and Iroha are just fighting over Hayama the whole time, which I don't think he likes that at all. Frankly, I think that's part of his whole thing about thinking of himself as like not being a good person. And yeah, God, Yukino just keeps like she just has this headache. She It's so relatable. I get it. That's how it feels. Get your soul sucked out. Like actually, once you're just all like exhausted from social situations, that is how it feels. That is how it feels. Like God, we get a nice picture. Thank you, Ebina. Hmm. There's this nice moment here of Hachiman looking at these two and like them being happy. And I don't know, it's like I feel like he has this realization of the fact that he's part of that too. you know? That it's all like, yeah, go be with them, right? That's what I want him to think, at least. Space Universe Mountain. Is all this based off of some kind of real theme park or something? Right? Like it's kind of I don't know anything about theme parks. I have not been to any kind of like big theme park like ever. Like tiny ones, like locally, like kinda, I suppose. Um, been a long time since I've done any of that either. Like not since I was like probably before I was even like a teenager. Like it's been a long time. A long time. Hmm. So we get these so like what is Tobei's problem even, right? Like he doesn't want to he's too nervous to like be with Ebina, I suppose. So it's like he's got to the only person he can ride with is Hayama, I guess. God, I love Yumiko so much. Like her attitude. It's so great. It's scary, terrifying. They're really fighting over Hayama. Tobechi sure has it rough. Why don't you help him out? Or you can help him out. Toby X Hachi. Right, of course. Sorry about that one time. Is that why things were awkward between you guys? Kinda, but like not really. There's a lot more to it than just all of that, right? Ebony, I'm worried about you, girl. Like what? I mean, you have all of your own problems, right? I just wonder, like, I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't matter now. I think that is a good way to think about it, frankly, is that there's no point in just ruminating on the past like that. You guys all good. Thanks to you. And there's this very like pained smile, like look at the lines around his eyes, right? Like, what does Hachiman think about that? That it's thanks to him, and that was such a it just I hope he regrets his actions back then and like has a different perspective on them. I mean, I think even in the moment, it's not like Hachiman's actions have ever been something that he has really been even behind himself, Like he just thinks that's the way it should work, I suppose. I don't know. Just this pained smile in a way makes me happy because it makes me think that he is yeah, that his perspective on it is certainly very different. I hope. I hope. I hope. Anyway, Iroha is really like she is also feeling the same thing, I think, with Yukino. Because part of the reason why, in my mind, like the whole social battery like issue is a thing is because like being around other people is like exhausting, right? Like you have to act a certain way and be a certain way and all of that, and that's kind of what exhausts you. It makes sense to me that Iroha, with the way that she engages with others and stuff, is she probably also like get very exhausted very quickly, right? With Yukino, I mean, it might be a similar thing, I suppose. Um, her like making herself act a certain way. I just think like, just like talking to others in like this kind of situation just like doesn't come naturally to her, I suppose, right? And I guess it's probably like that for Iroha too. She just like pushes herself so much, right? Yeah. Finding this crowd a little hard to handle. Yeah, yeah. It's such an intentional like parallel between those two, you know? Anyway, we do the bamboo fight ride, which Yukino is a master of. Look how serious she is. God. So what even is this ride? You ride through here and these like panda things just fly around you and fight each other and stuff? I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I see the appeal in Pan-san, if I'm being honest. Like I guess he's cool in a way. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it, Yukino. I'm sorry. Quiet. We have to focus that much? Yeah, literally. Like, God. I love how like locked in Yukino is on the Panson, like getting the right one for Komachi. It's such a serious thing, right? I think it makes sense. I mean, it's something for Komachi, something for Hachiman's sister. I think it is. I think it makes sense. She's taking it so seriously. you know, Yukino almost has to go over here and kill them all because they're trash talking, but Iroha saves the day. Kind of, right? It's like what she intentionally does here. She points it out to Hayama because she thinks this is how she should act, right? She should be this cutesy and this, interested in this kind of thing and all of that, right? And it's like every single shot, it's just Hayama with a sweat bead on his cheek, and he's like so uncomfortable, right? Like, God, you can't you see she's trying to make herself look cute by fawning over the panda? Yeah, yeah. So we have this little moment here between Yui and Hachiman. Irritating, cute, bothersome, embarrassing. Right, of course. Hiki, my boy, what is it you desire? And that instantly makes Hachiman like think about everything that happened yesterday. Yeah, like, oh god. Stop. Hmm. It's like saying he says nothing really, right? It's almost like he falls back into his old attitude in a way. That's what he would always say before. He would never admit what he wants in any way, right? But I think the way the conversation goes in the end, him agreeing to go somewhere with Yui, go to a theme park that's like less crowded or whatever, spend some time with her. I think that's good. I think that's meaningful. That is him like making progress in that way, like less so uh letting himself just be closed off again. He's continually making that effort that he needs to make, right? Yeah. Hmm. I never want to do this again if I can help it. I want to though. She's really, really making her move. you know? Who's stopping you? It's close by. She doesn't want to go alone. Yeah, come on. But I won't wait for people there's no point in waiting for. I'll be the one to make the first move. Hmm. I think Yui's attitude is like admirable. I think that's like a good attitude to have. I don't think there's any point in just sitting around and waiting. Like yeah, I think that's a good attitude, I suppose. I think later in the episode when it's the fireworks and Yui says like, "Oh, this like brings back memories or whatever," right? I think that's like an interesting thing to think about because it's like Yui feels like she's really trying to like guide it in that way to like make Hachiman think of it like that. Like, and of course, it's a battlefield in a sense. She's trying to make moves, but I uh I don't know, it's kind of like uncomfortable. Hmm. Destiny Land is awful this time of year. It's just like Disneyland, right? But I wonder what the newer park next door is like. There's a newer one next door, I guess, if you say so. Hmm. And yeah, She gets on these dog ears, I guess, get some cat ears for Yukino. Yukino is really freaking out over which one to get. There's a pink one, a blue one, like what? Like there's just different colors. That's the only difference in them. No, it really is serious. Like, come on. And we get a nice picture. So cute. Hmm. Destiny Parade. A whole parade. There's so many people here. Like this, I like this is crazy. Like, is it? It's freezing outside, isn't it? Like everyone's all bundled up and stuff. I don't know. I just how big of a deal is this place? We get this moment of Hachiman looking over at them, which like I don't know. I guess it's just what he kind of always does. He kind of always looks at their group. He was just thinking about that a couple episodes ago. Thinking about why he does that. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. Hmm. Iroha whispering in Tobei's ear. I suppose. So what was she telling him about like her plan? And is that why at the fireworks he like separates and all of that? I suppose. I guess it feels a lot like it mirrors the situation with all the Ebiness stuff earlier on in the season, right? Hmm. So it's just Hachiman and Yukino alone, which thank God they get some alone time. I think that makes that makes Yukino happy, right? There's a lot to talk about with like the Haruno stuff in a moment. And I feel like this whole ride that she gets on with Hachiman and all of that, it's very much representative of like something, right? Something about her feelings about their relationship and all of that. Just kind of like this whole genuine thing that Hachiman wants. It kind of feels like it's like this ride that Yukino's scared of, Like it's such a scary thing to try and reach out and like open yourself up to and stuff. Yukino feels those same feelings that Hachiman does about that, right? And I think it probably was very striking to her seeing him like say all of that, seeing him being willing to do that. I think that's part of what makes her what she's talking about later on the bench, right? When she says like, there's something that kind of everyone has that she doesn't have, right? Um, yeah, because I think it's such a yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about it. We'll talk about that scene when we get to it. Not exactly scared. So I feel like just everything that she says here in this scene feels like it's representative of just her feelings about like maybe not Hachiman specifically, but just just all of this, just that idea of the genuine thing. Yeah, yeah. But she'll push herself through it. This isn't something worth getting stubborn about. That's like a very familiar line, isn't it? Like when she was telling him to not force himself to show up at the club and all of that. Yeah. I was fine when I rode with Yuga Hama-san, so I can probably handle this too. But it's different, isn't it? Yeah. Hmm. God, she's so scared. I would hate a ride like this. Like I think when I was much younger, I was on like a ride like this. That's just like a water stream thing, like a drop at the end. I no, I would hate that. I would hate that. God, but what do you think? If we're saying that this whole ride and everything in some way represents the relationship between these two and like Yukino's feelings about it and stuff, what's the drop? What does the drop mean, huh? That's what you're scared of, I suppose. The drop is kind of the genuine stuff from the last episode, huh? I guess. Or just where it could lead in the end. So we bring up the Haruno stuff. It begins. You can thank my sister for that. Back when we were kids, she'd always mess with me at places like these. Somehow I can picture that. Yeah, me too. And she seemed to be having so much fun. So different from Yukino. Haruno even back then. Can you imagine Yukino doing that, like messing around in that way? Not at all. She's so different from Haruno, right? That's how she's always been. That's like an interesting way to phrase it. That's how she's always been. Like she hasn't changed, I suppose. I can kind of see that because it's like the idea that Haruno feels so similar to Hachiman. That Haruno is someone who hasn't allowed themselves to change. Um, and I don't think that's really an admirable thing, right? Like not at all. It's like we can see where that's led Haruno. I think her behavior and her attitude, again, it feels like it's so similar to Hachiman. Like old Hachiman, really, right? Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's probably what has shaped like Yukino's changed perspective, like the stuff she talks about in a minute here. Hey Hikigaya-kun. Save me someday. What does she mean by this exactly, huh? I don't even know. I feel like this could be referring to like so much, right? Like, save me someday. Like she this feels like it's a man, I don't know. I don't know. It just makes me think about just like their relationship, I suppose, and what Yukino wants out of it. And yeah, hmm. To be saved by another person. Like what does that mean to her exactly? I think she's always thought that she shouldn't let that happen, right? That she needs to be, it's like what yeah, that she needs to not let other people do that, and she has to, act the way she does to live up to all of the expectations around her and all of that stuff. So her saying "save me someday" feels very meaningful in that way, huh? I feel like there's a lot you can take from that line, I suppose. They fall down. Down they go. Hmm. What was Yukino doing here when Hachiman walked up? What is this? It's like a picture? Maybe. She like just slides it down slowly. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Cause like no, cause like those things when you go down, right? They normally take a picture, right, on like the thing. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. God, she does it like so slowly. It's so like and he just doesn't say a word, of course. They want to take money from someone who's sick. She's not sick, but like, come on. You don't see ambulances asking for money. In America, you sure do. Apparently, this is another one of the things that like was cut out of season one, right? They got in an argument about this one of these pandas back then, huh? Before Haruno showed up. Right, right. When did we first meet Haruno again? Was it then? Was that when we met her? I was really surprised when he saw right through her. Well, of course he can, right? They're so similar, of course. Yeah. Besides, she doesn't try to cover things up when someone sees through her. Yeah, not at all. It's like she feels this happiness that Hachiman is able to, right? Sure, that's part of what makes her so charming. She's always been the apple of everyone's eye. And it's like thoughts like that, her feeling like that about her sister is what has like shaped her behavior so much for so long. I also know that they called me stuck up, unlikable, and like behind my back. Yeah. Just like everyone. I totally get that. Just the difference in her behavior compared to her sisters. You can totally see just why, Haruno's so popular and everyone loves her and all of this, right? And meanwhile with Yukino, like back since season one, it's like what's been established with her is there's this like kind of scary air around her. Like people don't want to approach her, people don't want to, and that doesn't have to be, you can just kind of be a quiet, reserved person. That doesn't mean any of that. Hmm. In your case, it must be more like crass, brash, or trash, right? Anyway, I had no idea how to conduct myself. I see. Do you still want to be like your sister? Good question. I couldn't say. I don't really feel that way now. Good. Thank God, right? But she has something that I don't. I think everyone has something that everyone else doesn't have, right? God, the face that Hachiman is making here is very, like, striking. And you want it? No, no. She wants to find like her own individuality and find what she has. Like stop basing all of her behavior and the way she should act, the way she should conduct herself off like, what that kind of thing, those kind of expectations and stuff. But like actually find yourself. Feels so meaningful to me. I simply wonder why I don't and disappoint myself. Shouldn't be disappointing. You're the same. You have something that I don't too. Hmm. Well, done. Like, shut up. So I think I wanted something different. I wanted something different. Like what Hachiman, when he said I wanted something genuine. I think Yukino she just doesn't really understand that. I mean, that was kind of the whole thing. Once I realized I couldn't do anything, I started wanting something neither you nor my sister had. Hmm. I thought I could help if I had that. Help what? I wonder. I wonder too. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I really like this attitude that Yukino has, though. It makes me very happy for. It's interesting because I feel like that's kind of been Haruno's goal. Not that I think Haruno gets any credit for any of this. It's a Yukino thing, right? But like Haruno's goal in my mind has been to not have her sister follow down the same path as her, right? Um and sure, I guess it feels like that's what's happening, but I think the approach that Yukino is taking towards it is much healthier than whatever Haruno however Haruno is trying to shape her thinking and stuff, you know? Like find her own individuality and stuff. It's like I like this. I think it is very shaped off of like what happened last episode with Hachimon like admitting his desires and everything, right? Like that must have felt so meaningful to her to see that, right? Like he broke through all that stuff, right? And was able to be honest, you know? Yeah. Anyway, time for the fireworks. Time for the fireworks. Got some of Pan-san, took a bunch of pictures. You can just gotta look at them, of course. So yeah, we all split up here. I think because of what Iroha was telling Tobei earlier about her plan. Because Hayama and Iroha are like alone, right? The fireworks begin. Very nice. Does remind me of yeah, the firework festival before, which Yui brings up. And it's just kind of a weird moment to me, honestly. I don't know. I don't know. Hachimon seems to think so too, but hmm. Anyway, off in the distance, it's a very interesting shot, right? They're way up there, right? It feels like they're part of a different world almost. They're so far away. Iroha confesses to Hayama, assumedly, and it doesn't work out. Their faces are like all, there's like silhouettes almost. Hmm. And yeah, and Hachimon has such a face like reacting to that. It just makes me think like he must be thinking about, the whole situation that went down yesterday with him basically going through such an emotional thing with his friends. How that could have gone badly as well, Like, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's not like it's on Hayama to accept that, right? Like, why does Hayama reject everyone, right? There's why, we don't know what why or who why is. Does why exist? I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Hayama, I think he has very negative thoughts about himself. We know that from a couple episodes ago. And I'm very interested to see where that will go between him and Iroha, I suppose. Both of their feelings. I don't think they're going to end up together or anything, that's for sure. Oh, it just feels like such a just following up off of Hachimon's like success, I suppose, with his whole genuine thing. Him being faced with this, I wonder what he'll even have to say, what he'll have to, assuming he'll be involved with all of this, assuming he'll talk to Iroha or Hayama or something about it. Okay, well, that was a good episode. That was a good episode. Again, it was kind of a nicer, more lighthearted, feel good episode compared to just the stress of the climax of everything that was the last episode, huh? Hmm. Okay. I suppose that's it. So, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.